I sit here with a feeling in my stomach, just the top of my stomach. Feels like a bit of a dread. I have been having a lot of vivid, very detail orientated dreams that feel like movies because they're so advanced, the scenes. I don't know what that means. I know that dreams could potentially have meanings. And I can dissect them, but I won't do that on camera. I'll just do that in my journal. Nevertheless, it made me think to myself that I am experiencing a completely different side to being a human. The broken side. Being sick and broken in the mind. If I wanted to, I could completely lose my mind. And I wouldn't even realise I'm losing my mind. I wouldn't even realise that I'm not even in reality. It'll just become my reality, where I'm constantly losing my mind. I'm constantly interpreting things in a way it's not reality. I'm completely aware of that, but then there's a part of me that thinks maybe I am in reality and everybody else is not in reality. It's just everybody else is asleep and I'm awake. Like, my mind has been broken so much to the point where I am able to see the truth. Am I being delusional? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Is this bipolar? I do know, I'm 100% completely aware of the fact that I am having a manic episode. And I have been since I've moved here in October. And we're in January, the 1st of January, 2026. Okay? But then when I look back and I analyse the entirety of my life, I have been having manic episodes and not realising I am having a manic episode. And I've just been living my life like that. Like, parts of me were asleep. I was asleep before I was awake. That's how it feels. And me going through my mania, I have the opposite of depression. Because I think I'm depressed, but I'm actually not. Like, life is exciting. I want to live it. But then it feels high and euphoric. Sometimes I come down and I feel a deep sense of deep-seated sadness within every atom of my body. But I don't know how to sit with it. I don't know how to sit with it. I've never really sat with my sadness. I've never really sat with the consequences of my actions, of the things that I am doing to myself, how I am hurting myself. But I couldn't care less. Couldn't give a fuck. Couldn't give a flying fuck. But when I sit with it, I do care. I care about what I'm doing to myself. At the same time, I couldn't care less. Because to let go and to not be carefree, to be carefree and to let go and to be destructive in my own ways. There's a comfort in that. It feels good. It feels really, really good. Actually, it feels fucking good. I've experienced a side of my mind where it's dark. It's really dark. And it made me realise mental health is real. Mental conditions are real. Mental disorders are so fucking real. It's a part of my mind that I'd never really experienced. It's a part of other people's minds I've never really understood, never really seen. But I understand it now. I see it. I have a compassion. I have a deep compassion towards those whose minds have been broken through pain, through trauma, through adversities that were not in their control. But it has left them with this part of themselves. Everybody deals with it in so many different ways. Some people want to kill themselves. Some people numb themselves because it's too much to deal with. Some people fall into deep, deep depression where they isolate themselves. Some people become manic, like me, and feel like, this is how I feel. I'll tell you how I feel. That I do have a sense of future. I imagine the future. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to do with my life and what I've envisioned for my life. One that I never had a vision. I never had a vision for my life. And now I do. I do have a vision for my life. And it's a beautiful one. It's one that's... It just doesn't encompass. It encompasses my happiness. But it encompasses the happiness of the people around me. And the community I want to experience. And the community I want to create. And the purpose I want to live. I have. The vision is clear. The steps have not been taken, but they are clear. And they're set in stone. Things that I do want to do. But I also recognise that I have been through something so traumatic where I am experiencing CPTSD, complex post-traumatic disorder. I am showing signs and symptoms of bipolar 2. I've not done deep research. I've done basic research, and everything I have researched, I'm experiencing. Everything. Every part of me is experiencing the symptoms of bipolar 2. But then there's a part of me that feels like this is called a mental condition. It's called a mental disorder, disorderly. Yeah? But then there's a part of me that feels like, can't help but feel like I feel calm. Sometimes I feel manic, and I release that energy through cleaning, cooking, talking to my sister, video journaling like this, journaling in general. Some creative outlet helps me release this. But the way I release mine is when I'm taking care of other people around me, taking care of myself. Maybe there's other outlets. I want to explore the outlets, because I do feel like I have been manic since I've moved in here, since the 2nd of October 2025, when my ex got arrested. And I felt that dark. I went into this dark place in my mind. I remember exactly how I felt. And since then I've been manic. Since then I've not allowed myself to sit with myself. And now, because I haven't allowed myself to sit with myself, I don't know how to. I don't know how to let go. It feels like it's stuck. It feels like my sadness, my deep-seated sadness that I know I have inside me, I feel it, is stuck. It doesn't come out. It doesn't come out. It's not coming out. It won't come out. It doesn't want to come out. And I want to let it out. I want to release it so fucking badly. Like, I don't want it inside me. But maybe I need to sit with it. Maybe I need to sit with it, and I need to give it attention. Because in my sadness, there is a message. In my sadness, there is an understanding towards a part of me that I've probably been running away from for the entirety of my life. I think I've healed. But really, I am. There's a part of me that's so incredibly broken. But I didn't want to ever say it out loud. Because it makes it real. Then I have to sit with it and deal with it. But it's when I deal with it and I sit with it, part of that is just letting go. And I'm so afraid to let go because I've been in control for so long. I've never allowed myself to really feel. And actually the first time I said it out loud and I recognized that I've not been feeling my feelings. I thought I have been because I feel things so deeply, because I think about things so deeply. I think I feel things deeply. There's moments I do, but majority of the time I don't. I think about things logically. I break things down. I connect the dots. I think about things and I psychoanalyze everything. Psychoanalyze every fucking thing. About myself, about other people. I think about things so deeply. I think about emotions and the experiences of people and my experiences so deeply. Like I'm able to break it down and understand things so deeply, understand the feelings so deeply that I feel like I'm feeling things. But I'm not. I am so incredibly disconnected from my body, and hence the reason why I don't sense danger. I walk straight into danger. I walk straight head first into danger. This is why the entirety of my life I have been putting myself in such dangerous situations with no sense of danger, with no sense of there is a consequence behind this action. With no sense of care for myself when I put myself in such dangerous situation, because I have been. I won't go into detail, but let's just say when I look back and when I look at now what I'm doing, I am putting myself in places where things could go like this very quickly, very fucking quickly, because I don't fucking realize how there are sick and twisted people out there in this world, how there are actually evil people. Psychopaths exist, Lucky. The crime documentaries you watch are not just crime documentaries. They exist. They're real. Evil people exist. They're real, and I need to see that. I keep thinking that everybody is a good person. That's the autistic side to me. I've not just been bipolar my entire life. I have been autistic from the day I was fucking born. I will lose my mind if somebody tells me again, no, you're not autistic. You can't be autistic, because I mask myself. I've been masking myself. I've been hiding myself. I've been making myself look like a normal person, but nothing about me is fucking normal. Nothing about me is normal. I'm actually very autistic. Very fucking autistic. The way I interact with people is autistic when I allow myself to. People who are not judgmental, they see it, they understand it. But people who don't understand it think I'm weird. And I don't give a fuck. I could not give a fuck about how somebody views me. I actually realised I don't care about other people's perceptions of me. I don't, especially strangers. I couldn't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. And I do have ADHD too, by the way. Because I can just go into I will go into so many different topics all in one. This is me right now having self-awareness that this is what I've just done. I am also constantly observing myself. constantly in observant mode, constantly in logical thinking mode. I psychoanalyze myself constantly. The way I do with other people, I have started doing that to myself. Sometimes I feel like I am, when I do that too much, I feel a little bit like maybe I'm losing my mind. But then I think about this quote. I don't remember where I seen it, but I don't know why it resonates with me so incredibly, so fucking much. And I think about the darkness, the dark side of the human being, how dark. I have experienced it. I completely forgot I was meant to talk about this. When my ex first got arrested, because he was on the run for about 2 weeks. He was wanted for kidnapping me. Yeah. When he got arrested, I knew he got arrested because he texted me, telling me, the police are here. They're gonna arrest me, Lucky, they're gonna arrest me. I felt a sense of panic, like I was gonna do something about it, but what could I have really done? He was expecting me to do something about it. What could I have really done? I was in my accommodation. I was living in a woman's shelter at the time. I could have possibly not done anything. So I completely, logically, this is me thinking about it logically. So I don't feel guilt towards that situation. I did actually, for a moment. Like I couldn't do something and I wanted to do something about it. But that, by the way, that version of me that wanted to do something about it was where I was still the facade that he had created in the entire relationship of himself, how he painted himself as this caring, devoted partner who wanted to commit to me, and all his controlling behaviors was just him caring about me. Maybe there was a part of him that did care, but it didn't feel like care. It did feel like care. It felt like love, but I was in pain. I felt like I was losing my mind. I felt like I was losing my sense of autonomy and my sense of self, my sense of identity, my sense of who I am, slowly. I was dying. Metaphorically speaking. But physically I would have died if I stayed in that relationship. He would have not tried to kill me on purpose, but by accident, yes. 100% he would have tried to kill me if I stayed. And once I became so aware of that. And that's why there was always, once I became aware of that, there was a sense of urgency that I needed to leave. I needed to leave now. I was the entire time while I was in that relationship. I was always thinking about ways of escaping. Every single fucking day I was living with him, thinking about ways I could escape. It was usually when he falls asleep. Where's the keys? Where did he put the keys? Grab my stuff. Keep the door open. Keep the door open. Be as quiet as possible. Take this bag, put it on the door, come back, take this bag again, because I couldn't risk making a single noise. The entire time, my heart is racing, my heart is beating out my fucking chest. Adrenaline pumping through my whole fucking body. Because at any moment, if he wakes up, I'm fucked. What do I say? What do I say? How do I save myself? Do I just fucking leave all my stuff and just run? Run. What do I do? Constantly. This is what I was always thinking about while I was in the relationship. While I was with him, present with him, in his presence. I was thinking of ways to escape. It became very real for me, by the way. There was times where I was really tired. Because he would abuse me. Mentally, physically, emotionally drain me. That even though, like, I planned to escape, I did all the steps. Now I'm exhausted and I can't leave. I'm tired, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. I don't have any energy to escape anymore. This is me becoming defeated and accepting my reality for what it is. Becoming hopeless. I couldn't do it. I couldn't become hopeless. I would come back to myself again. I mean, not like you have so much life to live. You can't. This is not the life you imagined. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. You need to leave. You need to leave. My sense of myself would kick in and tell myself. You know how many times I've journaled, save yourself, Lucky. I've journaled about myself, talking about myself. I literally have it. One second. When I read that, it makes me think about the state of mind I was in then, while I was in that relationship, when I was in a domestically violent relationship with my perpetrator and I was the victim. I think for a long time I didn't want to claim that terminology, victim. I am nobody's victim. I don't want to be anyone's victim. But when I look at the reality of what that situation was, I had the mind of a victim, the psychology of a victim, the body language of a victim. I was so small. I became so small within myself. I hid myself so my abuser doesn't feel threatened. Became childlike. My voice even changed, by the way. The way I would speak was very childlike, very softly spoken. I was very softly spoken. I was very childlike in my tone, non-threatening. Because then if I'm like this, then he won't feel triggered and he won't abuse me for abuse me and hurt me because I'm just being myself. And he doesn't understand, he doesn't get it. He feels threatened by it. He will always misinterpret everything I ever said, make it a reality. And when I think about it, he was delusional. He was fucking delusional. Oh my God. He was so fucking delusional. It's insane. But he told me I was delusional for feeling what I felt. That I was just being negative and I just needed to be positive. And the abuse, the effect of the abuse was me just making it up in my fucking mind. But I wasn't. It's what I felt. It's literally what I felt. You can't fucking tell me otherwise. Can't fucking tell me otherwise about how I'm fucking feeling, and can't tell me how I should react to the abuse that you're fucking giving me. that you're making me go through. I feel it in every fucking ounce of my body. But then I don't. I'm so disconnected. Because if I was to feel it, I would lose my mind. Anyway. I'm trying to find, but actually journaled quite a lot since I moved out. I've forgotten. Yeah. So this is what I journaled on the 27th of August 2025, and this is what I wrote. I wrote to myself, reminder to Lucky. Always journal your journey so you never forget what broke you and what made you and how they led to you becoming who you are supposed to be. The version of you that will live out her purpose that God has created her for. In order for that to happen, she needs to connect with herself so deeply where she will never ever betray herself in order to be loved. Journal Lucky so you never forget who you are. Journal Lucky so you never ever forget. Journal Lucky so you, if you ever forget, you can be brought back to yourself. And then I wrote I wrote about myself so I can remind myself of who I am. You are this beautiful soul. You are this beautiful for soul, your value. I don't know, sometimes I mixed up words and it doesn't make sense, but maybe I was trying to write everything that was on my mind. So I'll just make sense of what I wrote. You are this beautiful soul that holds intrinsic value. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Baby, come back to yourself. Come back to your soul. She's been abandoned and neglected. Come back to her, and the truth will unveil itself to you. Never forget who you are and how much you worked to discover who you were originally. But this world distracted you. Save yourself first. I always dreamt as a little girl someone will come save me. As the adult I am, I have come to an understanding that I needed to save myself. I am equipped mentally to do so. I have become somebody who finds a way no matter what. Someone with an incredibly positive perspective, whose belief in herself is unlimited, unstoppable, tenacious and unshakable. This is me just literally reminding myself who I am, and then also giving myself solutions actually. I wrote this as well before. This was on the 18th of July. I wrote to myself, I don't reckon I was looking at myself in the mirror. I was sat in his room, in his parents' house, looking at myself in the mirror. I was by myself. It was the only moment I had by myself, because I was never by myself. I felt suffocated because this person was always around me. I was never alone. I was never allowed to be alone with my thoughts, with myself, because he would tell me how to think, how to feel. I was never allowed to have my own thoughts to myself. Because he'd be like, what are you thinking about? Who are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? You think about other men. Are you thinking about other men? The way I allowed him to project all of his insecurities onto me, I knew it had nothing. I didn't know at the time it had nothing to do with me. I didn't know what was happening. I did not know what was happening to me because I'd never experienced somebody like him. But I knew it didn't feel good. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good. I didn't know it was abusive. I just knew it didn't feel good. Anyway, yeah, so going back to the scenario, in his room, for the first time by myself, the only time by myself, I wrote this. I don't recognize myself. When I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I am looking at a stranger, but outside of my body. She's beautiful, but I don't recognize her. My own voice sounds foreign to me. Her curls are gone. Parts of me are broken when I look at my rested but tired face. But I refuse to be broken. I have no choice. I refuse to be broken. This is how it's supposed to be said. I refuse to be broken. I have no choice. It's going to be the hardest thing, but I have to do it. And I noticed here, by the way, that I didn't say what I'm going to do, because my ex would go through everything on my phone, including my journals. And when I say I couldn't have my own thoughts, this is exactly what I meant. He would go through my search history, my journals, my notes, my call logs, my messages, all of my social medias, my following list, everything he was monitoring. I was being monitored left, right and fucking centre. Yeah. To how I speak, to how I dress, to how I think. Yeah. It's a lot, to be honest. Anyway, going back to I think this is why I want to record myself and then just post it. I don't know. I am starving right now, I can't lie. I do feel a little bit dizzy. I feel a bit dizzy and I feel a bit tired. I feel really hungry right now. By the way, one thing I've noticed, I've gained a lot of weight since I've been out. While I was in that relationship, I gained a lot of weight. I developed a strong appetite. And since I've left him, I realized whenever I don't talk about my emotions, like when I suppress my emotions, I feel this insatiable fucking appetite that I could just eat. I eat and eat and eat and eat and not realize I've eaten so much until I pause and stop and the food is right there and I feel sick. And realize, oh, I've eaten too much and I didn't realize I was full. Actually, I realized the opposite too when I express my emotions, and it's a lot. It's when I'm finished talking, I'm not even finished, there's so much to talk about, but I can't just sit here and talk about every single aspect. I have to break it down because I have to listen to my body. It feels exhausting, I'll be honest. Like, I feel really tired right now. I feel really dizzy after just letting all that out. And I feel really fucking hungry right now. So what I'm gonna do is gonna take a bit of a break. I'm gonna take a bit of a breather. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry. Actually, I need to cook first. Yeah, I need to cook first. And eat. I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. And I'm gonna engage in some self-care activities. Read a book, journal, stretch, shower. And I need to start praying. I need to start praying. There's a part of me that doesn't want to pray. But I know that I'm gonna find some sort of clarity when I call out to God. So I need to pray. But I don't want to. I'll be honest, I don't want to. But I have to. I have to do the things that I don't want to do because I see how it will benefit me. So yeah, anyway, nevertheless, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go. Ta-ra. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if this was a lot. But it is a lot. It's a lot for me. It's exhausted me out. If you want to listen, you can listen. If you have listened, thank you for listening. If you resonate with it, just know you're not alone, and I love you. I love you so much, whoever you are. By the way, when I say this, I'm referring to the women in my videos. I don't speak to men. I don't want to speak to men. I don't care to resonate with men. But I 100% resonate with women. If you're a woman and you're watching this, I love you so much. I love you even when you can't love yourself. And I hope through this journey, because I am going to get better. I am going to get 100% better. That's on my agenda. This is me just expressing myself. Because I know I need to. I need some sort of outlet to express myself, to let go, because I'm struggling to do that. And I can't hold it in. If I hold it in, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I just became aware of the fact that I probably shouldn't say that word because it might be a trigger word for somebody. I don't know. Yeah, I feel really incredibly dizzy. But anyway, speaking to the women who resonate with me, I love you so much. I love you so fucking much. I love you so much even when you don't love yourself. And if you resonate with the things that I'm talking about on a deeper level, if you feel seen and understood, please know that this is not who you are. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are not the trauma you've been through. You can alchemize your pain. You can turn your pain into power. Big believer in that, by the way. Big believer in that. And if you're watching me intently, passionately, obsessively, just know this is going to become your belief system too. You're going to alchemize your pain. You're going to turn your pain into power. And you're going to become the woman you want to be. Speaking to myself too, by the way. But if you resonate, take it on. You're not alone. You will get better. And you will create art from your pain. I know you will. I love you. I love you so much. Take care. Take care of yourself. Take a breather. And be easy on yourself. Take a walk. Go outside. Connect with nature. Don't stay inside because you will lose your mind. Okay, I'm gonna go now.